Family and systemic psychotherapists. What's a family and systemic psychotherapist? Family and systemic psychotherapists work with a wide range of psychological and relationship difficulties in emotional, mental, and physical health. They often work with a specific population, such as with children and young people, adults of all ages, or people with learning disabilities. Family and systemic psychotherapists provide therapy for whole families, parts of a family, individuals and couples, as well as teams and services. We asked some family and systemic psychotherapists to share their experiences, and this is what they told us. What was your journey to becoming a family and systemic psychotherapist?
I completed a social work degree straight from school as I decided on my vocation when I was age 15. I was fortunate enough to work in CAMS from my late 20s, so I got a lot of practice working with systemically oriented and trained colleagues. I managed to get recognition in prior learning and I completed the intermediate year in my early 30s. I then had a break of 2 years before I started my MSc. I worked full-time whilst I completed my MSc.
I am a nurse and an adult psychotherapist. I was working in a school and I felt the need to work more relationally with children and their parents.
How does your work make a difference to people and the communities you serve?
I have had some wonderful experiences of client work in the last year. Some of my greatest achievements have been working with families who are really struggling and required complex systemic psychotherapy and lead practitioner work, and had been a puzzle to the system for many years.
What are the best and worst things about your working day?
Best is being able to offer clients choice in the therapy they receive from me and to involve their family members when required in evidence-based therapy, either in direct attendance or via thinking about the couple or family when working with individuals. Worst is the pervasive ignorance about systemic interventions within NHS services and the fact that some therapies are not adequately resourced in comparison to others.
What does equality, diversity, and inclusion mean to you?
Working actively with ethical practice is at the centre of all that I do, so that the least powerful people are encouraged to have a voice.
What advice would you give to someone considering working in your profession?
I cannot think of an equivalent career that would bring anything close to the level of satisfaction I get from interacting with people and helping to change lives.
What are you most proud of in your work so far?
Integrating wider systemic analysis of difficulties with the work in the room with families, helping young people and families find wider and political understandings of how problems develop.
If you could have a time machine and start again, what would you want to know about your career path?
I wish I'd known how valuable it'd be to be dual qualified as both a clinical psychologist and a family therapist, and I would have done my second training sooner.
Want to know more about becoming a family and systemic psychotherapist? Go to ppn.nhs.uk/resources/careers-map.